I stood at the edge of property line, coffee turning cold in my hand. The dust hadn't even settled. Where my glass and cedar lake house once stood, $5 million of memories, of sunsets over the water, was now a flat, scarred patch of earth, a pile of splintered timber and twisted metal. The notice had been clear and absurd. A $300 fine for unauthorized structural modifications. I'd been adding a boat dock. Permits were filed. Approvals were pending, I guess. They gave me 72 hours. I was out of town, dealing with my mother's estate. My calls went to voicemail. Their lawyer's letter was terse. Compliance via demolition has been enacted. My lawyer, Sylvia, was apoplectic. It's criminal. We'll sue them into oblivion. I just felt numb, staring at the void. Then she said, "We need to establish total standing. Pull every property record you have for this whole area." That's when I remembered the binder, the one from my mother's estate. She was a silent partner in the original development consortium 40 years ago. A tax shelter investment. She called it. I'd been too grief-stricken to look. Inside, the brittle plastic sheets were not just shares, but the original, unsold subdivision plots. The LLC that still owned the very land the HOA's common area sat on. The strips of road, the clubhouse lot, the shoreline easements. The HOA didn't own the neighborhood. They just managed it. For me, the next emergency board meeting was packed. Angry residents about a special assessment. The president, Greg, was mid-lecture about community standards when I walked in. Silence fell. They knew my face. I didn't yell. I just placed the certified land deeds and the LLC operating agreement on the table. The sound was softer than falling timber, but louder than any bulldozer. "Greg," I said, my voice quiet in the hushed room, "you demolished a tenant's property without due process. As the sole landholder of the common areas and 27 unsold lots, your HOA is in default of its ground lease." His face went white. "You can't." "I can. The lease is terminated. Effective now. You work for me. This meeting is adjourned." I turned and left. The birds were still chirping. The lake was still there. And from the rubble of a $5 million house, a new foundation was being laid. Not of wood and glass, but of quiet, absolute authority.